What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given, back with some more Demon Bluff, and we are going to keep on playing blind mode here, at least until we lose our streak. A commenter suggested maybe play blind mode until you lose one and then switch to normal mode until you lose one. I feel like if I go back to normal mode after, I'm like training with the weight belt right now, and if I go back to normal mode, I'm not sure that I'll lose one again, but we'll see if we wind up losing our blind mode streak. We are currently on village number 10 after the last two videos. We're going to start off here with a knight and also a Lilith game. Lilith plus 2 minions. Okay, we might be losing the streak already here. This one is looking scary. Closest evil, clockwise. All right, let's go back and hit 2 then. Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor does not refresh on the night cycle. Some things do. Plague Doctor's not one of them. Baker saying I was a knight. So you could be corrupted. You could also just be a big ol' liar. So in order, it's like, it's not looking good for this Baker in multiple different ways. I don't think I want to waste my Plague Doctor on them. I think I want to kill them. But 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need to, because nobody else needs to die. If there's a witch, that could get awkward, but we have 4 flips, right? Is this how this works? Yeah, after 4 ticks. Okay. Bombardier, there's our second outcast. So this could be, and I have not looked up the name of it. I recorded my last video like probably yesterday, but I forget what the name of the minion that creates an adjacent outcast. But that could make this a real Bombardier. And that's something that we definitely have to watch out for. 1 or 7 is a minion. Yeah, I mean, it's 7. We could free stab this knight. It might be, you take an additional 4 damage if you're Plague Doctor corrupted. I probably shouldn't. Somebody brought that up in the comments as well. I just randomly stabbed a knight, like totally for fun, and could have lost the game. We'll be fearful, but this has got to be a minion. Let's mark that down now. Slayer. Okay. All right. Closest evil clockwise, though. That's definitely something that we have to consider. 4 or 5 could be evil. I think 4 is going to be evil. What do you got for me? Right side is more evil. Yeah, I really love that you're saying that, because I think it could just be like the knight and the bombardier. And then you. We wouldn't have gotten another Slayer shot, would we have? During the night, some demons might kill and various characters can take action. I don't know what that means. I think that that's just like future-proofing. We can use the Slayer to check the Bombardier. And then kill the Slayer. Yeah, I feel like if the Slayer doesn't make his shot, we're going to kill him. But it would be great to just find out if this is the minion that makes another outcast. Now, oh, wait a second. Oracle says a specific minion. So this is going to specifically actually be a minion. And if it's lying, both characters in my info are good. Somebody pointed that out in the comments of the last video as well. Right side is more evil. I think it's the Architect, the Baker, and the Bombardier. Oh, but then what's Plague Doctor corrupted? Something has to be Plague Doctor corrupted too. I don't think we're going to check this for Plague Doctor corruption. I think we're going to check this with my dagger. It was Plague Doctor corrupted. Wow. Wow. The streak could be over. Was it Plague Doctor corrupted or was it corrupted elsewhere? We're going to have to use the Slayer. I thought that was the most obvious kill. Oh, that's a bummer to learn about its corruption too. I feel bad. Okay, Slayer can kill the Architect, right? No, it couldn't kill number 4. Oh my word, this is a tough one. You're telling me the right side is more evil? Oh, maybe that is true. Maybe it's the Oracle and the Knight and then one of these two. Oh, it can't be the Oracle and the Knight. It can only be one of them. We could check if the Knight is corrupted and then stab it. I don't want to waste my Plague Doctor. This implies maybe Poisoner as well. Or it could just be Plague Doctor Corruption. This is saying specifically Minion. I think we stab the Knight because it's free. If we lose because we've got a Poisoner... I mean, that's all it would take, right? A Poisoner on this. The Plague Doctor would also specifically have to be on this. I'm going to gamble. When it died, I thought that I had made a mistake. No, I killed a minion. Okay, so you are good. All right, all right. So we found one of them. Dang. Okay. Right side is more evil. Closest evil is clockwise. You are possibly good? You're bad? The Plague Doctor. Oh, the Plague Doctor could be a liar. This could be poison killed. We have to find out if the Plague Doctor's a liar. It almost might be more important than the Oracle. We will learn a player that's good. My current... So either this is the Plague Doctor corrupted, or this is the Poisoner, and something else is Plague Doctor corrupted. That's the fear, is that we could have another Plague Doctor corruption out here. But we don't necessarily have to. This could just be, you know, a different minion. Closest evil. Yeah, and then this is just evil. I think the Enlightened has to be evil, because this can't be... Oh, no, this can't be a Poisoner. I think the Enlightened has to be evil. Should I check something with the Plague Doctor first? Here's what's weird. I might be able to check the Knight. It seems weird to do. But I think I could check the Knight. Okay. Well, that wasn't super useful, but this is good. In order for the right side to be more evil... So I think here's the two potential worlds. Poisoner. Poisoned. Plague Doctor corrupted. No. Wait a second. If the Architect is evil... Oh, I think the Architect can't be evil. If the Architect is evil, their information... Sorry, this is a first game. This is a warm-up game. If the Architect is evil, their information is correct. So they cannot be evil. So they are always good. Which means the Slayer could be evil. Oh, and here's the interesting thing, too. Among the Enlightened, the Slayer and the Bombardier... Okay, I've worked ahead of myself a little bit. The Enlightened has to be evil, because the right side is more evil. The Architect could be Plague Doctor corrupted. That would be the only awkward thing. Plague Doctor corrupted, Poisoner. And then both of these are evil. But then your information's still wrong. You're done. Counselor. That's what it's called. And that is actually huge information. I believe that just clears the Bombardier. The Plague Doctor was created by the Counselor. We need another outcast. It's the Slayer that's wrong. This was a really, really spooky one. And the Slayer kind of lied. The Slayer could kill number 4 because the Slayer was Lilith. Nice. Okay, moving on to village number 11. That is a nice little 10 streak, though, in blind mode. And a tricky start to the video here. But let's see if we can solve some more villages. 1 evil adjacent to me. Not a Lilith game, but 3 evils. Let's move on to number 3. I am dizzy. Not what we like to hear, but there's a lot of ways that you could be dizzy. You could be next to a puka. You could be evil. Okay, the judge. That could be really good to check the lover. Then another lover, but we could have a shaman. We could have a doppelganger. There's multiple ways that you can have multiple lovers. 2 corruptions. Oh, but you are... I mean, okay, if you cured 2 corruptions, and then also there's a confessor here, that could be possible if this is a puka. You didn't actually cure 2 corruptions, and then you're corrupted. So this could be a puka, or this could be just an evil sat next to a lover. Kind of trust both of these lovers. I trust the knight. I do want to find my outcast. We could have a witch. We're about to find that out in a moment. 1 is evil. 7, 3, or 4. Yeah. There's our Bombardier. There's our Plague Doctor. Okay. We could have a... I already forget the name. Counselor. We could have a counselor sat here. I believe that this is a shaman. I think that my evil team is Wham, Bam, and... I mean... any number of other things. Oh. I think your Plague Doctor corrupted then. Shoot. Shoot. Okay. No, one of these is evil then, huh? Yeah, that makes the most sense. One of these is a evil, and we have a shaman. I think I'm just going to start by straight up killing the alchemist. If they're corrupted, it's good info. That really points to this being a puka. Let's start with the confessor, because they're in this information. Let's start by killing the knight. I don't like killing the knight when Plague Doctor's on the board. I do trust this lover. And I don't trust this alchemist. This could be a puka, though, and it would be in the Empress information. Could be a puka. These 2 are both right. This could be Plague Doctor poisoned. This could be evil. Sure. I'm just thinking, do I want to Plague Doctor something before I start stabbing? Do I want to judge something? I feel like there's so many potential worlds right now, and the thing about blind mode, as opposed to just normal Demon Bluff, you get a lot more information from killing something. I think in normal Demon Bluff, it actually, like, all puzzles are probably solvable by activating things and killing last. But I think in blind mode, you don't have that luxury, and you need to get more information with your dagger. The best information tool there is. Tell me who you are. Bah. All right. That's good. Kind of just makes me think the confessor. Yeah, because we don't have a puka. We could still have a poisoner. Plague Doctor, a poisoner pretending to be a Plague Doctor is like, okay, what are you doing now? I almost want to use this Plague Doctor to check somebody that I know isn't corrupted. Because this is a potential evil candidate sat next to the lover. Let's stab here and see if we find a counselor, though. No, we find a corrupted confessor. Shoot. Let's stab the knight to check the Empress's info. What's interesting is, like, we don't have much in the way of double claims. Lover's the only double claim. I was assuming shaman. Oh, you do have an evil next to you. What if you have two evils? Wait, if true? No. This could be the whole evil team. But then how are you and you both lying? No, I think that actually just means the knight is always good. I think this was Plague Doctor corrupted then. Oh, we could do what we did last time. Number 3 is not corrupted. Okay. That is the poisoner corrupting the confessor. That's what I thought. Wow, okay. I do have some good blind mode foo then. It looks like both of these levers are good to me. The bombardier is count confirmed. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, because I'm assuming shaman. It could be shaman or it could be confessor. This could be and I'm calling it the confessor because I keep forgetting the name, the counselor. I think this could be our counselor. We don't have a plague doctor, so we can check. This is good. It could actually be the Empress now. Oh, wait a minute. This is going to be tricky to figure out. We need to use the judge to check, like, the poisoner. Yeah, that's the only way we can do it. And you say number 2 is lying, which means you're good. So I think the Empress is now my evil target. Yeah, 3, 2, and 7 all check out. You were the counselor, and we did have a doppelganger. Either way, this could have either been a counselor. I should have realized this was also next to an outcast. But it could have been a counselor, or we could have had a shaman making both of these levers true. Either way, that checks out. And we are on to village number 12. 1-1 in this one. I was a baker. I posted on the Demon Bluff Discord today. I think that a lying baker... So this player is confirmed evil. Only an evil player can say this. I mean, let's do it. This is a YouTube short if I'm wrong. No, it's a puppet. Oh. That's interesting. Because that's kind of a lie. Huh. Okay, that is weird because a puppet has to tell the truth. So it tells the truth by saying I was a baker. But anyways, I distracted myself a little bit. I think that an evil player lying about being the baker should say, I am the original baker. Or should have the option to say, I was an original baker or something. Because that's still a lie. But maybe the puppet can't do that because the puppet has to tell the truth. Okay, let's ignore 2 and 8 because we know we have a puppeteer in one of those 2 seats. I cured 2 corruptions? That would have to mean that 4 and 5 are not corrupted. That is just a wild, wild thing to say. And you cured a bombardier? Okay, you could be corrupted, but you are not telling the truth. There are 2 pairs of evil. I mean, I think it's 1, 2, 3, bing, bang, bong. I mean, it has to be. Oh, it could be... No, we already have our bombardier here as well. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay. It was a puka, but I guess this could have been a puka, actually. This could have been a puka, this could have been corrupted, and then this had a lie, but I don't want to deal with it. Let's move along. We're doing some speed runs mixed in. Blind mode speed runs now. It was also just so poetic that it was 1, 2, 3, right? 1 demon, 2 minions. 8 is good. Let's flip 8 then. Dreamer. I think I've actually come around on the Dreamer checking the, what's it called, the wretch. Wow, all activate board. Jeesh! One pair of evil and everything else activates or is a confessor. So that confessor is interesting. It could be we have a doppelganger and a shaman. But it really makes me doubt the jesters. So I think what I will start with is having the jesters check the two confessors and the gem crafter. There is one evil. There is one evil. Now, you both said the same thing, but that doesn't mean that I buy it. There could not be a pair of evil. We could use the Slayer to check the gem crafter. It could be the Slayer, Knitter, and the gem crafter, though. Maybe we use the... I mean, it could be the judge and the two jesters. We have one pair of evil if we trust the Knitter. Oh, the gem crafter is saying that the Dreamer is good. Yeah, so the Dreamer really doesn't get to do anything other than check people that are already dead, I feel. Other than like in a Lilith game where you get a free peek, and then you can use the Dreamer to check the same thing twice, maybe, but that's probably not super useful either. I mean, everything can't be evil here. I probably want to save my Slayer shot. Seems like the most powerful thing. So if we use the judge to see if the gem crafter is lying. I don't care if the gem crafter is lying. I think I just check a jester and then stab the jesters. Saying the truth. This is a pretty big confirmation. I think we have to stab the jester here. We could Slayer shot it. Sure, let's Slayer shot it. That's Ba. Cool. All right. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. That was a lot of info to clear off the board. All right. And, well, oh, here's my evil. So in order for there to be a pair, there's always going to be a pair of evil. Because either, like, no matter what, there's a pair of evil, right? Because either it's these three, or it's these three, or it's these three. But no matter what, there's a pair of evil. So you're good. So I'm not even going to use these abilities. That's a minion. And that is the Shaman. We had Shaman plus Doppelganger. Cool, cool. And now we have a slightly smaller board, 1+1. And I think in a 1+1, anything can happen. Someone mentioned that when there's only one demon on the super small boards, then it has to be a puka, which makes sense because otherwise, like, it wouldn't be that fun. Evils are not adjacent to each other, clockwise. So if you're evil, then there's an evil set next to you. And we're seeing 5, 6, 7. So that could be 4 and 5. Let's skip 5 for a moment, just in case we have a witch. We've got double bishop. Both pointing at 7. This one's pointing at 7, 8, and 2. It's not pointing at itself. So, what is, if lying all are villagers? One could be lying. I'm just thinking there's a chance that this is if this is an outcast, then they're potentially both. No, then they have to both be right. It's not an outcast. Okay. Is this an outcast? I was a baker. It's not what you're supposed to say. Yeah, oh, it's a puppet again. I could have known that we had a puppet on the board. Confessor can't be the puppeteer. You're the puppeteer, which means 5, 6, 7, all good. You're not good, though. We have evils adjacent to each other. Eagle-eyed viewers may have already figured that out. Let's just cross-check some other info real quick. You are the drunk. And you are just a good villager. Oh, sure. Great. I didn't even flip over the last card. We had a witch. Don't worry about it. I was an alchemist. I'm done. I'm done with... Okay, you're corrupted. But I'm sick of these evil bakers. Unfortunately, sometimes a good baker got to go down for the crimes. Wretch. But this character is corrupted. So that can only happen in a few ways. Poisoner. Plague doctor. Either way. Oh, but the wretch cannot be disguised as. The wretch is always good. This could be evil. Why am I flipping over the potential evils? I always save that for last. Yeah, 1, no. 3, no. You're poisoned. If lies, both of my characters are good. Okay, you're just good. This could be a... No, it can't be a puka. It certainly looks like a puka right now. But it's not. Slayer. I'm going to have you shoot yourself, my friend. 1 card away from the closest evil. Yeah, I don't trust that Slayer. I mean, we just have too much corruption here. 1 corruption cured? Yeah, that would have been nice to know. All right. So, how do we have a corrupted baker? We have to have a poisoner, because this can't be a puka. You have to be a poisoner. Oh, I'm getting a little nervous. I think we can Slayer shoot this, though. But I think... We have 2 pieces of corrupted information, and then an alchemist talking about curing corruption. You have to be the drunk. You specifically have to be the drunk. You have to be the counselor. But I'm still going to do this. I still think you're the counselor. I think that your information is good. Now, oh, I see it. You're the puka. You're the poisoner. Poisoner or counselor. Counselor making a drunk or poisoner. Either way, that's what you are. And this is a puka. The alchemist cured the medium. Yeah, I'm locked in. Poisoner, puka. Cool. And how are we looking on time? This will probably be the last one of the video. Big village here, too, with 3 evils. One of them is next to the lover. There's a plague doctor. 1 away from the closest evil. Let's skip a spot. Wretch. Oh, this is a tough one. I am good. Thank you. Somebody around here is good. Honestly, I trust the lover, too. There's just so many potentials for evils. A knight. I am the original baker. Finally, we find an original baker, which means we actually have some really good info on these cards that we have not flipped over yet. Do you become a baker? You do. Do you become a baker? You don't. Do you become a baker? You do. I'm going to mark all 3 of these as good. You could be good as well. But there is a double claim. Now, okay, here's what's funny. Here's what's funny. The last one could always be a liar. Let's mark that. Oh, and let's also mark the plague doctor so we don't forget that. But here's what's interesting. This hunter and this hunter are both pointing at the gem crafter baker. That is interesting, right? Now, I will say this hunter has some sus on them, sat next to the lover, and more or less a confirmed player. In order for the hunter to be good and this baker to be evil, this baker would have to be corrupted. So we could check the Plague Doctor corruption. We also have 2 outcasts. I think this is our counselor right now. I think I'm going to stab this hunter. It also seems not believable, like... so this could be the puka. And this is... we get information here regardless. That's a twin minion. Okay. So you are not 3 cards away from the closest evil. That also means this lover is good and true. This could also be on the evil team. Here's the thing. Where's the corruption? Where's the Plague Doctor corruption? I don't see it. This hunter could actually be real, and this Plague Doctor could be bad. I think I'm going to use the Plague Doctor to check the baker, which we know is good. Yeah, okay. Minion and Twin Minion actually making for a fairly easy board. I think it's just the knight. There we go. Okay, that was pretty simple. Kind of feels a little bit lackluster to end a video there, but I try to keep all the videos at around 30 minutes, so I think I will call it there for this one. But that was the most progress that we've made in blind mode in a single video. I think I was fairly locked in there. I'm sure you will let me know some mistakes in the comments, but we didn't make enough mistakes that we have to abandon blind mode. But let me know what you think about that as a plan. Keep playing blind mode until I make a mistake and then switch to normal mode and then never make a mistake again, because I don't know, I'm doing so well in blind mode, it feels crazy that I could lose if I actually see the village. Not to sound too cocky, of course, but maybe, you know, I'm feeling myself, maybe I should try some speed running of this game in the future. That is definitely on the roadmap for this channel. So subscribe and stay tuned for more sweet Demon Bluff. But for today, that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.